Hello guys, how are you doing? This is Helton's Computer Repair here with another video for you. We have technically a cracked screen LG Stylo 6, but the customer doesn't really care. What actually cares is about a battery issue. Oh, I can't hear right now. Right now it's making a little rattle sound on the battery. I think it was just literally just dangling around. So we're pretty much going to replace it with a different battery. The customer didn't want to get the LCD screen replaced, so if they don't want it, they don't want it. So right now we need to go ahead and start disassembling the back, hoping I don't break the back, because if not, I would have to order a new one. Let's go ahead and get started. To help this out, I'm going to go ahead and, this is pretty much a heat pad. This actually will help out a little bit of heat, and it might actually assist this part coming off a little bit easier. Alright, it's already getting warm, so it's not the end of the world. And let me go ahead and start getting some stuff to start separating it. One of the most hilarious tools I like to use is actually using sometimes cards. It actually makes it a lot easier for us. We might need them right now. And also there's some tools that we get also from Mobile Centrics that will actually help us out to lift up too for it. Here it is. These little tools like this. Very awesome tool stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can start lifting it up. I actually have another tool that actually be a little bit better for this. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. These are actually probably my favorite ones to use. So here it is, I lifted it underneath. I'm not sure if this phone has already been worked on before. If it has, it'll be a little bit easy to take this off. If not, then it'll be a little difficult. Now it's being a little stuck in there, breaking pretty good, so we'll see. Oh, there it goes. Looking up a little bit. This thing got freaking pretty damn warm. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. I already need it on. I already helped it out. And here we are. So I think this one has been worked on before. Doesn't have the adhesives just coming off super easy. Probably gonna have to replace some of it. That is fine. That needs to be put back in place. That's not a problem. And this thing actually has some pretty good adhesive still stuck on there. So make sure I'm just gonna leave it there and put any missing spots back on it. This part needs to be removed right here. There we go. Alrighty. Let me make sure everything fits in place too, so that thing's not lying in there. There it is. Because if it's not pushed in, it won't press the button. So I can get something to pop that back in place. There it is, it's clicking now. And there we go. So all we have to do is go ahead and take off the screws and take off this top part and then remove this battery. Right now the battery, see how easy this battery is sliding around? I don't think this is one that we did. Most of the time we actually put like a lot of adhesive on here for it. But regardless, we're gonna replace it anyway. And let's go ahead and start removing the screws. Now this is a little bright. Let me go ahead and adjust this a little bit for you. That's a little bit better, I think. Alrighty, card's in an angle. We kind of have light on the top. It's kind of reflecting against the video on it. And here we have all that part off. I'm gonna see if I can have a little part that can separate this, or else I can just use this same tool. Just lift it up a little bit, and there we go. This pops off like nothing. This is the battery. She said that the battery would only work a little bit, like she'll plug it in, and then once it's plugged in, it'll turn on. Once it's unplugged, instantly will turn off. And it seems that it is plugged in, so it might just be a bad battery for it. So let's go ahead and get something to pop this off. You saw it was moving, so it's not gonna be too much. There we go. Super easy. Seems I might have already done a different battery from before. The one that we have is a little different, has more stars and stuff like that. I'll actually go ahead and give you a link where you can probably purchase this. It's a better quality and never really have any problems on them. Okay, let's get some scissors to cut this part out. Here's the battery. See, this thing does have adhesive, but it's not that much, so I'm gonna go ahead and add an additional spots on it. I'll probably actually add some more on here too. Why not? I'm just gonna put quite a lot on it. I don't think it will hurt. This adhesive is very, very thin. I use this mostly like for laptop screens and stuff like that. There we have it. That stuff is stuck on there good. And let's go ahead and lift up the plastic. There's the battery. I'll make sure that this connection is being put in place, and I'm gonna go ahead and push this in good to make sure it won't slide around. Alrighty, that is popped in correctly. And right now I am just going to test this and see if it turns on. And the Stylo 6 is on. Sorry if you can't really tell. I have to move it a little slightly over. I have a screen on the glass on the top. Lights there, kind of reflects against the glass. There's a Stylo 6, and it seems it is powering on, so that is good. A good sign. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug that, plug that back in, turn it off again. But we get the point that it is going to work. Go ahead and close this thing back up. This part needs to be popped in first. There we go, pop that in place. Now let's go ahead and put all the screws back in there. Now this is very light. I pretty much just opened up the cover, so I'm not going to use my gloves. You probably honestly should use them, but I'm just taking my chances on this myself. I think we'll be perfectly fine with this. I do have to fix another device that I'll probably put some gloves for it on there. We're probably much gonna have to move the board across, and it's from the same customer that needed this one fixed. So here we are. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back on just to see, make sure if I didn't get it disconnected. And it's turning on, so that is good. I'm going to just lay it, and I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get some adhesive on these odd spots here. This thing's already been worked on before, so it's not an original screen. So we're gonna try and do our best by just adding some more adhesive for it. We usually use a red tape on this, kind of like a clear red. What we have here is the different one that's from a black, so it might have been done somewhere else, most likely. Some more right here. Seems that they had some tape there. This thing is actually very, very sticky still. For the time, I'm probably gonna put another one right here on the bottom. And probably just a little bit right here. I think honestly, this thing's probably gonna be working good. If they do come back and they do need to add some more adhesive, I will, but I think we're gonna be perfectly fine. This thing's super sticky. Whatever the heck they used, it works. Can adjust that a little bit better. There we go. Alrighty. So all we have to do, check again, make sure the thing is powering on. Yes, it is working, the touch works. I do not want the screen to be fixed right now, so we're just replacing just the battery. Let's go ahead and lay this back in place. Looks good on the bottom. Lining it, that part feels slightly different. Let's take a look right there. No, it feels something lifting up there. So I'll start on this side. Everything looks popped in place. Yes, okay. Let's start on this side then. Oh, there it goes. Popped in there. And here's the adhesive. Lining it back up. And it looks a lot better. Let's test this again. And there they have it. They have this one working right now. Usually, again, you're gonna see like, why didn't I repair this? Well, they didn't pay for the part and they only wanted a battery. So later on, if they mess it up more, then we'll replace it. So the next one that needs to be repaired, if I'm correctly, is this Samsung one. And I think it's a Samsung A32. This one is actually, I'm gonna turn it on. The LCD is actually cracked badly. It's liquid damage and stuff like that in there. So we're pretty much gonna replace this one with a new one. Let's go see if I can open this up. Here's the replacement one. I'm taking off the tape that comes on it. I'm making sure this is about the same one because they have so many models on Samsung that they could be different, but they are the same. So I'm pretty much going to get ready and start working on that one. Alrighty, so here's the Samsung one, A32. These backs has some adhesive, I can already feel it. I pretty much just need to separate the back for it. All these 1,000 tools in the way, okay. First thing I need to do is actually honestly need to remove the SD card and the SIM if it has one. There it is. I don't have one, so that didn't really need too much. So let's go ahead and start separating the stuff for it. Phone number's calling. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, let's continue on this. There we are. Look at lifting the stuff up pretty easy. I love it when you have a back that's not glass, because then we can push a little bit more tension without breaking the glass on it. How much simple this is. The other one that we just had, I have to be careful because it would break. Here we have it. Again, this has also been another one that's been repaired before. That's what it looks like. That's a little tape right there. And let's go ahead and swap all this across. Thank God that all of these screws are pretty much the same type. Some screws are different, some got to be different, bigger on one spot and stuff like that. It's pretty simple. Alrighty, before I start going into it, let me get some gloves for this. Alrighty, we're gonna start separating the stuff set for here. So now we're gonna start removing the board and stuff like that, so I won't have any chances of damaging it. It's coming off pretty simple just with my hand. Don't even need this. And there it goes. Let me see if I can dim this a little bit more again. There you go. Alright. Just go ahead and disconnect that battery. It's unplugged right there. Let's go ahead and start separating all the stuff across. This battery has already been replaced before because it's the backs. The screen's been replaced, so this is coming off pretty simple. There we go. Yeah, they did some weird freaking tape, whatever they did this from. This isn't one of ours. The brand's a little bit different. You see our material when we buy them? They are different. The quality and stuff like that. Look at that. And this is some other brand that they used. Let me start disconnecting the stuff. This came off with my hand. We have a screw that needs to come off right here. Remember which screw is what. This will be different probably from the others. I'll transfer this over to the new one. This needs to be magnetized again. There we go. Let's try this. The board has one screw right here on the bottom area. Disconnect to that one. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. We probably won't need it. And here's the board. It came off pretty easy. Only thing we have to transfer right now is just the little couple parts, the speaker and vibrator. Let's go ahead and get those separated off. Super easy. So this one's probably gonna come off easy too. Oh yeah, I can already feel it. Let's hope that we don't hurt board. Let's go. Things still good. And we are pretty much done with this broken one. Let's try and straighten this up a little bit. Won't have to be too much on there. Whenever it gets pushed in place with the board, we should be fine. I think honestly, we're probably gonna be all right. If it does come up, then I will just have to redo it again, but I think we are good. It goes, locks in place. Everything's locking in place for that. Go ahead and put the other screw back. Oh, come on, there it goes. Now we need to transfer these wires over. Alright, transfer, just move them back into place from the other one. Come on, go through there. There we go. Okay, no customer yet. Okay. And pop this in place, but there goes my own hand. You always have some good luck with that. Using your own personal hands and stuff like that to straighten this out. Not always using tools, sometimes it's a pain in the butt. Let's go ahead. Make sure this is being pushed on right. Oh, I really just had it. There it is. Just had it and it came off. Let's try this again. So I'm popping in place. If it comes too much, I might have to move this by. Why is it getting so damn bright now? This thing cannot focus on regular. Oh, okay. Let's see, let's try this again. If not, I have to go move it to a microscope that I have. Oh, there it goes. Yay. It is in place. Alrighty. So everything looks alright. It should be put in place once we close the top on it. The bottom part's ready, so go ahead and do that. But it's not the correct bottom one. Where is the bottom they have? Oh yeah, this is a whole set. That's what we're going for. So that means I can go ahead and put the battery on here. Put some different adhesive. This is not sticky at all. Alrighty. Locking that battery on there good. You don't want it to slide up and down and then get it damaged. That looks good too. Let's go ahead and that's in place also. Everything seems good. Let me go ahead and put the cover plate, and then right now we'll test it. Let me pop back in place. I don't know if this phone is dead. Let's test. Oh, it powered on. Look at that beautiful thing. I'm gonna see if I can put something to show it to you. There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and take off my gloves. Don't really need it anymore. I'm gonna be closing up the rest. So the pretty much it is working good. And so all we have to do is go ahead and put all the screws back in place. And then pretty much just put the cover on the back. There we have it. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this back on again. The light instantly came up. That's good. Power button works. SIM card tray is back in place. Now all we have to do is just go ahead and put the adhesive on the back. It already does have some adhesive already. It's pretty sticky. I'm gonna add an extra layer on this couple spots right here. And then right here. Oh yeah, I think we'll be fine. Or we could just purposely buy a whole new back housing. Can't really get that. Alright, that part's still good, yes. I think we are finally good. Let's go ahead and put this back in place. Everything looks good. The phone instantly does turn on and does work. And we got this system, both of them two, ready for the customer. All I have to do is just contact them and tell them to come pick it up because they pretty much already paid for the repairs. And that's pretty much it. Thanks everyone, and I will see you on another video. Thanks for watching, guys. If you disliked this video, then hit that button. But if you like it and you want to see more, hit that like button, get subscribed, comment, and tell us what other tech videos you want to see. Consider checking out our merch store, link in the video description. And for the rest, I will see you on the next video.